What's up everybody, Dr. Ben Kersenbrock, Kersenbrock Medical and Wellness. I just made a video about why some people have a greater or lesser pain tolerance than others. I suggest you go look at it. I think it's pretty good. But at the beginning of it, I was alluding to some patients who I had this week who are just in 10 out of 10 severe pain. So when someone comes in like that, because I'm a chiropractor, there's not a whole lot that I can do for them just with adjusting. You know, some people are hurt so much, by the time you put their hand on them, they're already grimacing and like ready to scream and jump off the table. So I thought I'd show you all what I do when someone is in just like excruciating pain, or, you know, maybe like an 8 out of 10, because I don't know, I think it's helpful and maybe you guys can take something out of it and benefit yourself. So where I want to start with this is to explain the difference between loose joints and tight joints in the body. So the orange is going to be the loose joint, the blue is going to be the tight. So in someone, a regular person, what you see is that their ankle joints are really loose, but then the knee joint is really stiff, right? The ankle can move like in all kinds of different directions, but the knee, like a hinge, can only go back and forth. The hips on a person are supposed to be really loose, right? Like if you look at videos of people living around the world, you tend to see a lot of people able to squat down low and do lots of different activities on the ground. Not Americans, right? Americans hate to sort of get into that squatted position. We're trained to be in chairs our whole lives, so we lose a lot of that mobility in our hips, but there should be a whole lot of mobility there. Moving up the chain, the next spot is your lower back. And the low back, like the knee, should just be like a hinge joint. There's not a whole lot of rotation. As a matter of fact, if you look at a spine, like actually like a physical model of a spine, and you try to move it around, you'll notice that there's hardly any rotation at all able to happen in the low back vertebrae, and it's from the way the bones are articulated. But if you go higher up into the middle back, let's say through this area here, it's a ton of rotation. The bones are articulated like this, so they can rotate around one another super easy. Pretty cool. And then higher up, right at that junction of the neck and the upper back, same thing, tight again, and then loose again. So my point is, when someone comes in and they're just feeling like a tremendous amount of pain in their lower back, like a guy I took care of this week, I can't really work on the lower back because he's just so inflamed. So what I'll do is I'll spend a whole lot of time loosening up the stuff above it or below it. So if you're laying in bed right now and you cannot move and you're just feeling like there's nothing you can do, go to the next set of joints below or above where you're hurting and try to stretch them out. For the guy that we saw the other day, he was a concrete worker, and I think he probably herniated a disc in his lower back. So I spent a whole lot of time stretching out his hips. I was taking his hips backwards, I was rotating him, you know, sort of like this way and this way, just anything to try to loosen him up. And sure enough, when he got up, he was maybe half better. Now it's not going to be for good because his muscles are like built into that habit, because like we said, he's an American. But through time and practice, he can loosen that area up, and that'll make him way less likely to injure the spot to irritate the spot that was originally injured. So anyway, just a short little thing, but I think it's effective and simple, and I think you guys could benefit from it. So there you go. Hope it helps.